All right. So we are live on Facebook. Hi, everybody. It's Elisa with
Hi,
XY.
I'm Melissa.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Melissa.
Nope, that's all right. Sorry.
And we are here tonight because we wanted to share with you guys some of our favorite gift ideas. So for, most of you guys know that I am, heavily into the health and wellness world, whether it's running, yoga, my health coaching side of things, which really encompasses everything. So my things that I'm going to talk about are really going to be more on the health and wellness side for the most part. And then I'll let Melissa tell you what she's going to, talk about a little bit.
My favorite items to give and receive as gifts have to do with, of course, anything organizing, organizational. I'm obsessed with that. And also recently obsessed with sustainability products and recycled products. So that's what I have for you.
That's awesome. So Melissa and I have decided to kind of team up, actually a little bit more in the future. So you'll be seeing more of us. But because we both have our own businesses and we're, there's like a nice little overlap between, the health and wellness side of things and also taking care of, your stuff, your whether it's your home, your person having, that organizational side of things. So that's kind of why we decided to team up in general. We figured Christmas, the holidays, no matter what holiday you celebrate, or maybe you just want to treat yourself. So we wanted to share some of our favorite gift ideas with you guys.
Absolutely. It's going to be great.
All right, so I'll get started because we're going to keep this kind of short and sweet. We're not, going to be talking hopefully too long. But one of my favorite gifts, and this is something that I tend to ask my son for, over and over again, is to, sign up for a race and do a race with me. Now, another way that you can kind of flip the script is to buy a race entry for somebody. Now, right now, a lot of the races are virtual because of COVID. We all know that. But I did a couple really cool races. I'm finishing one up right now. And so I wanted to share the medals with you. These are actually from a race that is normally live, and they're putting on some virtual races right now. It's called Coastal Race Challenges. So a year ago, maybe I did, I don't know, maybe we didn't get to do the race. We were just down there hanging out. We were in North Carolina and found out about Coastal Race Challenges. And there's a company there, and I think the company is Coastal Race Challenges, but they're known for their big ass medal. So look at that.
Oh my gosh.
This is a medal that I got for running across North Carolina. It's called Boone to Banks. And the really cool thing about this medal is that it connects to another medal for South Carolina. So right now I'm running through South Carolina for this medal.
Oh.
And it is Myrtle to the Mountains. So they kind of connect there. And
oh my gosh.
Look how cool that is.
That's awesome. Now you don't have to wear those while you run, right?
I do not have to wear them.
Oh, thank goodness. That would be a disaster.
Yeah, I really could. But the really cool thing is there's like a little guy here too, or I'm going to say it's a girl, and she runs across, so you can actually move the person.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Really kind of cool. So if anybody's interested in those, I can give you the web address to get to those. But the fun thing with those races, you just go in and they allow you to do running mileage, walking mileage, biking, all different kinds of things. And you have as much time as it takes, because I think they actually allow you to do it through the end of 2021. So it's not like you have to be able to do it in a month or in a certain amount of time, because actually the Boone to Banks one was 400 miles, and the Myrtle Beach or Myrtle to the Mountains one is 300 miles. So it really gives you kind of a good way, like if you're feeling a little, discouraged because there aren't any live races, to still get your runs in or your walking, whatever you want to do. So
that's really cool idea, Elisa. And I've actually given that in the past to my kids, and as a run that I wanted to do with them. And then this summer I did a virtual race. They're the greatest things. And what you're saying is they're good for any ability. You don't have to be an Elisa runner, right? Because you can walk it or take your time,
like however you want it. And then the really cool thing is there are local races that are going virtual too. I know the women's 5K in the fall did a virtual race. I'm trying to think of what other local ones I've heard of. I know NAMI. So I have a friend who put on the NAMI race. Normally it's at the Bicentennial Park in East Allen Township, near where I grew up.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they weren't able to go live, so they did a virtual race. So it's, you can look around and find lots of other ones that are maybe supporting a cause or, something near you. So you don't have to do one of these. These were just fun because we have a connection to North and South Carolina, so we felt like doing it.
Oh,
Some of the races will give you some really cool swag too. Like they'll give you a shirt or a jacket. I do know for all my hot chocolate fans, I've done the hot chocolate one. They are doing a virtual race this year as well. They've got a really cool jacket. So, if that's your thing, definitely check that one out.
I actually have 3 jackets because I have run that race 3 times. I
Oh,
love that race. I thought it was more about the chocolate than the running, but it wasn't actually. It was more
Well,
about
and the funny thing is, I did see in the swag that they send you, they are going to send you some chocolate. So,
oh, that's so cool. Yeah,
I've
that's
only
the
done
best.
that
They have
one
the
twice.
best swag ever.
Yeah. And it was a windy day and the chocolate got actually everywhere. So it's kind of funny. Like even without trying, it's just like it was a joke, but it's kind of funny.
That's the best. That's a great gift.
So that's my first one. The next one I wanted to share with you guys, because it is getting colder, is Sport Hill running clothes. So this right here is a Sport Hill top. And the cool thing with Sport Hill and why I like Sport Hill running clothes, and I've probably had that top for several years. I've had at least a few years. Their clothing, one, it lasts. You can tell since I've had it for a while, but they rate their clothing based on zones. So zone 3 is for the coldest weather, and it's really good even for especially windy weather. I had a shirt like this on over the weekend, and my running jacket is super thin. Like it's thinner than a jacket that I would probably wear in the fall to walk around. I put it on just for, I don't know, just mentally, I think I wanted it. And I was sweating like crazy on, I guess maybe it was Saturday when it was really, really windy. So they have awesome pants as well, and everything again is rated, zone 2, zone 3. And for, this time of the year when it's like getting into the 20s and we've got the wind chill factor, zone 3 stuff is amazing. And you can get it either from their website, which is sporthill.com. REI carries a lot of their stuff. Trying to think who else does. There's a couple other, resellers that have Sport Hill stuff. And my tip usually, or not usually, my tip is look for the clearance stuff, like the stuff that maybe was the stuff from last year, because it's the same quality. It's just that they're coming out with new stuff. And so you can get it for a couple bucks cheaper, and it's, still going to last just as long.
That's a great idea. Love that stuff.
And again, so the big thing with that too for me, because you think about running in layers, but I really don't like having too much on when I'm running, whether it's winter or summer. So that way I don't need a lot on. And that shirt, it's actually the one that I reserve for the coldest days. So, other days you might get their zone 2 stuff.
Mm-hmm. And that's a great idea too. Even if you're not a runner, it's nice to have just to be outside, or if you're, trying to do something active, or you're working, let's say in the garage or in an attic and it's a little chilly. It's nice to have that just to be a little warmer.
I'm glad you said that too. Cause like, yeah, or if you're, maybe you're going sightseeing somewhere and, a little cold or windy out. I have some pants by Sport Hill that actually look like they could be, they look like almost like dress pants, but they're really thick and they have that extra lining. So like, I don't know if you can see like how, maybe you can see the thickness in there.
Oh yeah.
But the pants, some of the pants, depending upon which ones you get. And so they're nice. Like if I'm, we're out traveling somewhere and I know I'm going to be out in the elements, those will be the pants that I wear rather than something that might be, a little nicer, but they still look nice, so you can get away with it. Because some are tights where it actually, looks like running tights, and then others will look like pants. And some of the things you could wear for skiing or for, if you're sledding, things like that.
Mm-hmm. That's a great idea.
Multi-use.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
So then my next tip, I'm going to stay on my running thing for a little bit, is that because this one's amazing. So this is my favorite running belt. It's by Fitletic. And And you like, they have a whole bunch of different ones. This is just the one that I have. And I like it because these little bottle holders you can take off or on, so you can get extra ones and put them on. And I put one of my bottles in so you can see it. There's a big pocket that's big enough to fit a smartphone. There's a little place in the back that you can, put your key. And just as a side note, I have a little pepper spray. So I put the pepper spray in my belt. But I've tried so many different running belts, and I keep going back to that one. It stays snug. So I've tried running belts that you have like different ways of adjusting them, and they get loose and then they bounce around a lot. This one does not bounce around a lot. It feels fantastic. I like that I can, have my water with me, or I can take the bottles off. They do have some where the bottles are or the holders for the bottles are connected. But they have all different kinds of ones, and you can get add-ons. Oh, and another cool thing about this one, at the bottom here, you can see there's a little toggle. So when you do run a race, you can put your race number directly on the belt.
Oh, nice.
So that's kind of cool. But I do also recommend pepper spray if you're out. Good for all kinds of things, whether or not it's, maybe an animal that you didn't expect, or maybe you can get yourself in an unsafe situation. But I think it's always good to have pepper spray.
That is cool. And I could imagine that also, like if you're just running errands, you keep your credit card, your car key in there, and you don't have to drag your purse or even diaper bag, like just to run in the store.
And cool. I have done that already. When I was teaching, or like when I was teaching yoga at the gym and I would do personal training, if I wanted to have my phone with me, I would take, the bottle holders off and then just tuck my phone and, like you said, my license, my credit card in, and then I've got it, easy access.
Yeah, that's great.
All right. So I think we're on, what are we on?
Number 4.
One. So the fourth one is my road ID. And I really recommend a road ID to really every single person who's alive and breathing. Now, I have a couple different road IDs because I've had them for years. Now, you can get one like where you put it on a little band like this.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's going, there we go. So it's just a little wristband that you'd put on. I have one that has some really cool colors, and you can personalize it however you want. The one I normally wear actually fits on my watch. So that little band right there goes on my sport watch, and it has, my name. Let me see what else it has on it. My name, my city and state. And then the really cool thing is you can either get one where it just has stuff printed on it and that's all that it is. And then there's a toll-free number. So if something were to happen to you, whether it's out on a run or in the grocery store, like you could, fall and hit your head in the grocery store, or you're traveling and nobody knows who you are. But there's a way that they can call. So like on the inside, there's a toll-free number, and they can call and get all your information, and then also know who to contact. So I have one of the ones where I can go in and change my info. And I think in the one where you can update your info and it's kind of live kind of thing, you can put your picture so they know what you look like. You can put, I think it's up to 5 emergency contacts. And then if you have, allergies or anything like that, and even your insurance information can go in there. So I think it's really cool. Again, whether you're running, you might be out walking your dog, you might be, like I said, in the grocery store, stuff happens. And, it's a good way to protect yourself. And we actually got our kids all road IDs just so they would have them. I don't know that they all wear them, but it's really, I think it's like a non-negotiable. And with it like this, I don't even have to worry about it. But like this wasn't bad wearing either.
That's a great idea. And I wonder if you could get it for like little kids, like if you're going to, let's say, remember the days that we used to go to Disney World and, parks, like could they wear one also that if they got lost, somebody would have a phone number to the parent?
Well, to tell you the truth, this one here is a kid size. So yes, kids can get them. They
wow.
have them for pets. So I have, in addition to like my dog, I have, he's licensed. but then he has a little road ID. So if something were to happen to him, like if he got lost, they would be able to contact me and let me know, like, hey, I found your dog.
That's a great idea. That is really cool.
So that's kind of cool. Now I have one more and then a bonus one. So my next one is away from really necessarily the working out side of thing, but it's Mantra Band. It's these really cool bracelets. I have a few of them on. And here, I'll show you one. Let me see if you can see it. So read it. Let me try and hold it still. So this one says dream, believe, achieve. And that's one of the reasons why I love Mantra Band. They have all different really cool sayings on them. I have one that says, though she be but little, she is fierce. I have one that says, make it happen. One that says, thrive. That goes along with my coaching. And keep going, keep growing. And there's so many different sayings. I mean, it's cool. Mantra Band I think they started out with just bracelets, but now they have actually thicker bracelets. They've got necklaces, they've got rings. And so it's really kind of cool, especially if there's something you want to remind yourself of, or maybe it's, for somebody special, like I said, there's keep going, keep growing, make it happen. So if there's something that you feel like it fits, something that somebody's going through, or you want to, motivate them or inspire them. And I think there's even one that says, actually, I know there is because I bought it for my hubby. It's you're my person. And have like really cool ones. And I can't even like list all of them that they have, but that's at mantraband.com. And when I wanted to show you guys these, I brought 4 out, and I have to tell you, I have more than 4. So there's, a bunch of them.
That's so cool. Are they metal, like stainless steel?
They are metal. Mine are all silver. They do have gold, rose gold. There's a black one. Like, I don't know if they just call it, they probably just call it black. And then I think there's one that's more of like a tri-color, that it's, kind of got that mother of pearl kind of look to it.
Oh.
And that might be it. So they have, 4 or 5 different colors, and you can pick for each one, what you want it to be.
That's really cool. Great gift ideas.
Cool. And then my final one is just, a gift of good health. And this is something you can give to yourself or to another person. And that would be a health goals conversation. So if anybody would want to set up a health goals conversation with me, I, definitely want to talk to you and see if there's anything that I can do to help you. So if you have a question, or maybe it's just something that you're dealing with, set up a time to talk. You can always reach out to me. You could reply to this when we post the video, or, just send me a direct message, a DM, and, we'll get set up a time to talk.
If anybody can make you healthy, it's Elisa. She has hundreds of ideas to get you on the health bandwagon. Okay. All right. Great gift ideas, Elisa. I don't know. You set the bar really high, but so, and all of these gifts, I think Elisa's the same. All the gifts are either things that we have, or obviously, or we've given as gifts. So they are some of our favorite things and things that we've gotten, positive feedback on. My first gift item that I love is a tea bag organizer. It sounds ridiculous, but this little thing is amazing. And anybody who's ever come to my house and had tea, they're like, where did you get that? I have to have one. I had this in my Amazon shopping cart for probably 10 years before I broke down and bought it. Only $25, but it's really nice. These little things come off. It holds 100 tea bags. It's about $25 on Amazon, and I'll share the link for that. And it just goes in your cabinet so nicely. Like, it doesn't take up a lot of room. It's really, really nice. It's kind of like a luxury, organizing thing. You don't need it, but you kind of do, and you don't know how you've lived without it once you get it. So that's my first. And also you can also put in here, like, if you're not a big tea drinker, I have Truvia in here, sweet and low. So you can use it for, lots of things. That's a great idea.
I love that, because I have a tea organizer that sits on the counter, but I like how that could go into your cabinet.
Yeah, it just is good use of space. Yeah, they have all kinds, but I like that one. I like to hide my organizing stuff, so it is nice. My second gift idea is something I'm sure everyone has, and yet I'm always surprised when someone says they don't have one. So, Elisa, do you have a label maker?
I do. It's not,
Good.
it's a little.
So many people have them, but I have given this as a gift, and this is really something I don't understand how you live without one, but it's really, really nice. You can do so many things with a label maker. My kids used to always bust on me when they were growing up because I labeled everything that they had, everything that they took out of the house, books, clothes, whatever. It had our name on it. And they'd be like, Mom, that's so ridiculous. All my stuff has my name on it. But you never lose it, right? If you lose it, it always finds its way back because it's easy to tell. But labeling is such a great thing to do. And this is the Brother P Touch. This is old. I don't think you can get this model, but you can get it on Amazon from $35 to $60. They also have it at like Sam's Club or Costco, and you can get it about the same price, but it comes with things like extra tapes, cartridges and stuff. But you can label everything with this. It's not just for file folders. You can use it, for example, to label bins, if you have bins on a shelf or in a closet, or even just shelves, like bookshelves. These cabinets, you're not going to believe it, but if you open the cabinet, I have little labels for what goes on what part of the shelf. So you can label lots of things. Kitchen. This, unlike the tea bag, I think this really is a necessity. So I will link to a page that has similar things like this. It's a great thing to have. And there's different kinds, different sizes. This is my second Brother print labeler that I've had, and I do like. I like that machine.
And you know what? When you said about taking things out of the house, I have a little Bluetooth speaker that I used to take to the gym when I would teach yoga class there. And I did put my name and phone number on it, which was very good because I'd set it off to the side. And I can't tell you how many times I left the gym. And I was like, uh-oh, I think I left my speaker at the gym. So yeah.
You always got it back, right? Because they knew whose it was. It's invaluable, really. It pays for itself just on the things that come back to you. Okay, my third category is one of my favorite things. It comes under the sustainable recyclable category. So I actually have a couple of examples, but basically anything that saves money or that, recycles something or saves paper, saves our resources, it has to be a gift idea this year. It has to be. So some of the things that I have are, it's called a Final Straw. And it's really cool. So, the whole thing, there's a whole thing with plastic straws and sea turtles and marine life. It's crazy. If you've never heard of it, just Google it. You'll be tied up for hours. But this is something that you can hook on your keychain or your purse or keep it in your pocket or your coat pocket. But it's actually a straw that opens up and it has silicone on the ends. This is by 4Ocean, but there's a lot of places that have it. And it even comes with, there's a little brush in here. I'm not sure how to take it out. A little brush that you can clean it with. But like when you go to Dunkin' Donuts or McDonald's or whatever, don't use their plastic straws. Use this. You clean it right away and it's good to go. And it fits back in this tiny little container. My daughter has had one of these for years. She was so excited when they first came out. So this is a gift for someone else this year. I'm not going to mention who. Also by 4Ocean, this was something I was excited to find. This is a reusable utensil set. It comes in this little pouch. It has the tag on it because I'm giving it as a gift. But it has a bamboo fork, a spoon, a knife, and then it even has chopsticks, which I thought was genius. So you can use it for anything. Keep it in your backpack. My fabulous daughter-in-law, she has a set for herself and for her husband and her kids. Like they all have this, they all have straws. It's crazy. Like you use it and you think, how many straws, am I saving the environment from? Another one, this is kind of a new thing for me the last 6 months, these stasher bags. reusable baggies. They're all different sizes. I take this every day for lunch. I put celery in here or carrots, or if I cut up peppers, whatever. At 5 days a week, sometimes I take 2 of these. That's a lot of baggies that I'm saving. I even put, when we get American cheese, I put that in the fridge in this, or provolone, whatever. And it's just, it keeps it so much fresher. So again, not saying for whom, but that's going to be a gift this year. And then my favorite of all the recycling sustainable things, I found this company in July called Norwex, and I love their products so much that I actually became a consultant, but they have the best company philosophy ever. So they make these cloths, they're from Norway. They make these cleaning products, and they're amazing. They're made from recycled materials. Some of them are made from like recycled plastic bottles, but the point is you clean things with just water. You don't need to use Pledge anymore. You don't need to use Windex. I haven't used any of that stuff since I got my first cloth. So the one is called an EnviroCloth. That's the scrubbing, polishing one. There's a smoother one. It's called the Window Cloth. And it makes everything so shiny. Like our house was always clean, but now it's really shiny. This is the dusting mitt. And these are called the counter cloth set. And I love these. So these are they're designed to replace paper towels. So we use so many less paper towels now because you don't have to get like the whole set, but I got this set, and one of these lasts us for several days. They don't smell. They're made with like antibacterial materials built inside. And you use hot water, you wash your whole counter, then you rinse it out again, and you just lay it over the top and it dries. And they never smell. They're just wonderful. So like this has been out for like a week, and I still have these like left to use. So those are my sustainable recycling gift ideas. And the idea is they save plastic. The straws, the utensils save plastic, and the Norwex things save chemicals and paper towels. They're awesome. And again, giving it as a gift, not saying to whom. My fourth gift idea is my true favorite organizing system. Anybody who knows me has heard me talk about my Sunday basket system. Lisa Woodruff, Organized 365. She designed this system. This is actually my Sunday basket. By the way, these labels, my label maker. But this system is fantastic, and I'll put a link in the description below that takes you to her Sunday basket description. You don't have to buy a Sunday basket system. You can make yours up like on your own. That's what I did. I first made my own up, and it works so great. But it basically keeps everything that you have to do in one place. And when you watch the videos and learn like how to set it up, you'll believe, like you won't believe how you lived before, because it just keeps everything, it keeps your life organized. It's a great thing. Also giving that as gifts to some people this year. And my final item is actually kind of like a double, kind of like you, Elise. I kind of have a little bonus item here, but I'm obsessed with the Alexa products. These are 2 Alexa speakers, and this is like the new design. I just got this one. This is the Dot, and they have a bunch of different ones, but this is like truly having an encyclopedia at your fingertips all the time. Alexa, what's the weather? Alexa, what's the temperature? What time is it? What time are the Eagles playing today? You can ask anything. You could say, how old is Jim Carrey? Like whatever. She knows everything. So that's one of the things that I really, really love about it. You can also use her as a to-do list, which is, again, the organizing side of things. You can say, Alexa, add peanut butter to my grocery list. Alexa, add a 5 o'clock dentist appointment, to my calendar, or add, pick up the dry cleaning to my to-do list. And she can keep track of all of those things. We have these in almost every room. There are certain rooms my husband won't let me put them in, but almost every room has these, and I love them. We even have them in the car. He does like it in his car because he loves to listen to her music when he's driving. So we have one in the car too, actually. What else? So, oh, you can also control lights with her. I say, turn on the Christmas lights, and she turns on the Christmas lights. You need special plugs that go with it, but they're not very expensive at all. But you could do so much with this. And in conjunction with this, I also have received an Audible subscription. So if you've never tried an audiobook, definitely try that. If you know someone who loves to read, try giving them an Audible subscription. You can buy 1 month, 3 months, and even longer, I think a whole year. And they basically can pick out like a book a month, and they download it, and then you just say, Alexa, read Harry Potter, and she starts reading it, and she remembers where you were next time you say read Harry Potter, and she picks right up there. So any of the books I listen to, I can listen to anywhere in the house. If you have multiple speakers, you could play music in the whole house, all over the place. But those are my favorite things, all of my favorite things. And sorry if I spoiled any gifts for anybody who's listening this time, but you'll be happy when you get the items.
I wanted to add, I really love the sustainable gifts, because I do have, and I don't have from the same company that you do, but I have, in our car, we have a set of the bamboo cutlery with the chopsticks, and we have metal straws. I don't have any collapsible ones like you have. That's kind of cool. I just have, and I have some in the house that we use, if we want a straw in the house. And then that cutlery set has a metal straw in the cleaner. So I think that's really super cool, because like you said, you never know when you're going to be somewhere. And then rather than getting the plastic or, and then having to throw it out, it's nice to have that. So we just keep those in there for when we try things like that.
We have metal straws too here in the house. And actually a company that I order through one time had a promotion on silicone straws. And I thought, oh, that should be neat. And then they had a promotion on glass straws. And I was like, that's what I want. I feel funny. Like, am I getting my straw clean enough, even with the brush that goes in? So the glass straws, I love them, because you can always see if there's something in there. And they're really smooth. Like, they don't feel like you're putting metal in your mouth or plastic, but they're really smooth. They feel really nice. It sounds weird, but they feel like really nice.
I'd be scared of them breaking. So there's no thing about them breaking.
Yeah, my husband can't use those. He uses the silicone one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think that's all we had as far as, our gifts. I don't know. Is there anything else we wanted to go over, Melissa? I'm trying to see what I had. If I had.
I don't think so. I don't know if you can see on the Facebook if there's any questions, but if we can't see that now, we can certainly address that later.
Yeah,
we really hope you enjoyed. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just saying it's not letting me see it. So if anybody's commented or is asking a question, we can always reply and add the links for everything.
Awesome.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Very enjoyable, guys. I really enjoyed some of the ideas. I am also a big fan of Norwex and some of the organizational ideas I'm excited about. I didn't realize I could let Audible speak through Alexa, which is another exciting idea. And I love Road ID. That's one of my favorites. I got that as gifts a few years ago, but yes, perfect gift. So very good, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Cindy.
And when Cindy said that, it made me think too. I do have an Audible subscription, and so you can use Audible with Alexa, but you can use it with your cell phone or you can use it with your laptop. And so I actually, will either listen to my Audible books either running or sometimes when I'm driving in the car, because it's really amazing. Like, depending upon where you're going, you can, knock out a book with, a few trips, different places. So
yes.
Going to the grocery store or something. So
yeah, you're right. I do that in the car. My kids live all over the world, but so when I would drive to, the closer ones, I would get a book done, and sometimes 2 trips. It would be great. But or when they were in college and I would drive up there. But yeah, but I was introduced to it with Alexa. So I always think of that with the Alexa, but you're right. You don't need one to listen to Audible.
Well, very cool. So I hope everybody gets what they want for the holidays, whether it's, Christmas or Kwanzaa or New Year's, or maybe you're, have a birthday coming up. There are all those December babies. But, hopefully you get what you want either from somebody you love or you treat yourself, whether it's one of these gifts or something else. And, if you have another, great gift idea, you can share that in the comments as well.
Yeah, please
Thanks
do.
so much. Hoping to get on either of your gift lists. That would be great.
You're
And I'm looking.
on our gift list.
I'm looking forward to the links, especially some of the race ideas. That would be a really great idea for some friends. The link to the hot chocolate race, or if you have it, I
Yeah.
look forward to seeing all of your links. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm going to make sure I give you the hot chocolate link too.
Yeah, I think I'm asking for that this year too. That's a bargain. It's like $40.
It is.
And
Yeah.
And you get all this stuff. It's a great, and that's the best part of the race, the actual swag. So, yeah, cool.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thanks, ladies. It has been great. I'm going to stop recording and